Yugadi is here, and the first thing most devotees do is to visit the temple before they kick-start the new year. Temples across Bengaluru were decked up in welcome.
It's the start of a new year, and Dodda Ganapati Temple in Basavangudi saw a huge crowd on the occasion. The day began with elaborate abhishekams at 7 in the morning. With dozens of devotees trying to get a glimpse of the idol, 101 litres of milk was used for the first abhishekam. This was followed by the puja. The site of Dodda Ganapati, decked up in flowers with jaggery and neem leaves as part of the prasadam, was definitely a good start for these devotees. While the jaggery brings sweetness to your life, the neem is to forget the bitter past and also prepare for the future. Gavi Gangadhareshwara Temple in Gavipuram too was no less. As always, the temple lived up to its reputation for traditionally rich rituals. Their abhishekams included an elaborate one with milk and bananas. With the bells ringing and pujaris chanting, the devotees became a part of this ritual with their prayers.
ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಸೋಮವಾರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಸೋಮೇಶ್ವರ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ಗೆ ದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗುತ್ತಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಟೆಂಪಲ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ದೇವರ ದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಗೆ ವಿರಮಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಿಹಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಹಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕೊಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ದೇವರ ಹತ್ರ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ.
With Yugadi falling on a Monday this year, there were elaborate pujas and abhishekams offered to Lord Shiva as well.
ಚಾಂದ್ರಮಾನ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಚಂದ್ರ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಮವಾರದ ದಿನವೇ ಈಶ್ವರನ ಸನ್ನಿಧಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಈ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಹಬ್ಬ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಬಹಳ ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯಕರವಾದಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಆ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಹಬ್ಬ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಹಿ ಸಿಹಿಯ ಒಂದು ಸಮ್ಮಿಲನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಬರೀ ಸುಖನೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಎರಡೂ ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆರಂಭ ಆಗೋ ದಿನವೇ ಈ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಹಬ್ಬ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಹಬ್ಬದ ದಿನ ಬೇವು ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ನಾವು ಮಿಶ್ರಣವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೇವು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊತಾರೆ, ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಸಮವಾಗಿ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಸಮವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ.
As is the case with most festivals, Bengalurians visited the temples before they kick-started their day. All temples across the city had a busy start, which ended with the devotees walking out with a handful of prasadam and the hopes of a better new year. Shobha Jojiga for News 9, Bengaluru.
Preparing Yugadi food at home can be a tough task if you are a working professional. But we show you a quick Yugadi platter which you can make in less than 60 minutes, saving you from restaurant food.
So did you know there were 35 food items you can actually make at Ugadi to have an elaborate lunch or a dinner or an elaborate Ugadi styled food? But if you're a working professional, you cannot imagine cooking 35 items. That's why today on News 9, we'll show you few prominent and simple items which you can include in your platter and still have a fabulous Ugadi. And to talk to us more about that, I have with me Mayur Ramachandran, a man who's extremely good at South Indian cuisine. Mayur Ramachandran.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you also, as they call in Tamil, Sapat Raman? who will tell us more about the proper Ugadi style of having things simple at the same time making it very quick and saving a lot of time at Ugadi and being happy at Ugadi.
Well, good afternoon. First and foremost, wish you a very happy Ugadi.
Okay.
Or in Kannada, as they say, Ugadi Habbadu Shubhashagalu. The whole idea of today's talk is about how to put things, in a quick fix.
Yes.
We have what we have prepared today for you all.
Okay.
Is an assortment of various tastes and flavors. Like this say, you have a combination of sweet, you have a combination of sour. There is some spice. There is some. There's also some salt. You know, that goes in as a typical collection of your Ugadi food.
So let's start off with the Bebu Bella. This is like the most basic ingredient required to actually start your Ugadi with. Without this, there is no Ugadi. And the prominence of this, as we all know, is that in life we also have to have some bitter moments and some sweet moments as well. It's a combination of both. So that we always start off with that, and that is the first thing. It goes without saying, you start off with that,
absolutely.
and then you go to the Obattu, the very famous Obattu in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh.
Absolutely. What we have here is the Kai Obattu, or the coconut Obattu, like they say. The Obattu is made with refined flour and chiroti rave,
Okay.
the very fine rave that you use to make it.
Superb.
And for the filling, we use fresh coconut and some jaggery. This is cooked together and then stuffed into the dough made with the flour and the chiroti rave, and then cooked on a griddle.
Super. That's what you do to make the Obattu. Very simple, as chef explained. And next we go to the Kosambri, another very important aspect in Ugadi. The Kosambri is like the Indian famous salad, which contains some dal and some coconut.
For the Kosambri, we've used moong dal, soaked moong dal. If you soak it for 45 minutes to an hour prior cooking it, it's more than enough. What we've also done is mix some cucumber and tempered it with some mustard seeds, some curry leaves and some green chilies, salt and pepper to taste.
Okay. So very nice. And the next thing we have here is the lemon.
The Mavinkai Chitranna.
Mavinkai Chitrana. Very nice. Okay, that's also very important in an Ugadi platter.
Mavinkai Chitranna is typical to Ugadi because of the ingredients that are used into the preparation. You use rustic ingredients like raw mangoes, some curry leaves, some neem leaves which are added to add in the bitterness, and then there is the rice. So what we normally do is grind together some jaggery, some raw mangoes, some red chilies, and then this mixture is mixed with pre-cooked rice and then tempered at the last moment with some curry leaves and some red chilies.
And now, well, it looks really interesting. Look at this. This is the mango rice, as chef just told us. It's got really great spices from the south. Very easy to make. And I think once the goju is made, just mixed with white rice, your job is done.
Yes, once the masala or if you call it the goju is made, then you just mix it with the rice. Now, what working people or professionals like us can do is we can make this preparation a day prior. This will also save a lot of time. So if this is made a day prior, just make some fresh rice. Add this, but then on occasion of Ugadi, it is best to have everything made fresh.
And the next thing we have here is the Ugadi Pachadi. Now, I've heard about the pachadi made with curds, which you normally have with the biryani or with, the semia pongal or the vermicelli kind of noodles we have in India. But this is called the Ugadi Pachadi. How is it different from the rest of the pachadis you normally have?
Well, this Ugadi Pachadi is made more towards your Andhra Pradesh or towards Telangana region. The reason why it is so famous is because it is a proper combination of 6 different tastes. You have raw mangoes, you have red chilies, you have tamarind pulp, you have jaggery, you have salt, and you also have crushed neem flour that goes into the preparation. Now this is a proper culmination of 6 different tastes. Again, this is to depict the harmony that you have in life. It is to balance your goods, your bads, your evils, and everything that go together.
Okay, I don't know how much of that the viewers will understand, but everybody is like, making that sound when you actually have that imli. So much of tanginess in that superb combination to actually include in your platter. And next we have the very famous and the very prominent rasam, which is a very integral part of South Indian food. You do not complete your food without rasam. And the next we have here is the pineapple goju, very, very famous in terms of its popularity in people wanting it to have in every meal. How is the pineapple goju prepared, chef?
The pineapple goju is like a power punch of flavors. You have pineapple that goes in, it's cooked with some tamarind and some jaggery, and to spice it up, you have proper red chili powder. Now, this can be eaten as a combination with your rice. You can have it with, at home people have it with chapatis. You can have it with anything that you feel like.
Very nice. And then we have here the final sweet in this platter. This platter is very, very small, very, very easy to make. Quickly, in a matter of, say, 1 hour maximum, you can finish this. Imagine saving so much of time, and you're still maintaining the essence of Ugadi. That is the speciality of this platter. You still have all these ingredients which signify Ugadi and why we celebrate Ugadi. This is the
Kesari Bath.
Kesari Bath. Now, we'll all love Kesari Bath, don't we? The beautiful smell, the aroma of the ghee coming out of the Kesari Bath.
The Kesari Bath is made with rava. You cook you first take some ghee. You allow your ghee to heat up and you add the rava. and then it is, you know, you add in your sugar and your saffron essence, and slowly it's just cooked to perfection then.
Very nice. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you have less time, if you're a working professional, you really can't cook 35 items for this Ugadi, then we've shown you the quick Ugadi platter which you can make at home in less than what, 1 hour? Yes, less than 1 hour, maximum 1 hour. You can make all these dishes. It consists of how many? 6 to 7 dishes, that's all. So at the end of the day, you spend less time, you eat all the you eat all the food items required for Ugadi and still keep happy. With camera person Devaya, this is Vivek Vinayak for News 9, Bengaluru.